I never believed one message could change a person's entire life. But the message I received that morning, it broke me, and it rebuilt me, all at the same time. My name is Aarav, and this is the story of the last letter my father left for me. I was living in New York City, chasing what I thought was success. My days were a blur of meetings, deadlines, and money all. The things that make you forget who you really are. It was 6:27 in the morning when my phone vibrated. A WhatsApp message from my neighbor back in India. It said, "Aarav beta, come home. Your father isn't well." That one line felt like someone had pulled the ground from under my feet. I hadn't spoken to my father in months. Not because I didn't want to, but because I always had an excuse. "I'm busy, Dad. I'll call later." And that later never came. The flight home felt endless. I just kept looking out of the window at the clouds passing by, feeling like they were a reflection of the time I had wasted. My father wasn't a perfect man. He was straight. He scolded me far more than he ever praised me, but he worked every single day of his life so that I could become something. And now, flying over oceans, I didn't even know if I would make it in time to tell him that I loved him. When I finally reached home, my mother opened the door. Her eyes were red, and the house felt suffocatingly quiet. She didn't say a word. She just pointed toward my father's room. There he was, lying peacefully, as if he was just resting. I walked closer, my legs feeling like lead, and held his hand. It was cold. I just fell to my knees right there. All the years of anger, all the years of ego, it all just melted away in that one heartbreaking moment. But then, I saw something. A small envelope on the table beside his bed. My name, written in my father's familiar, steady handwriting. With trembling hands, I opened it. The letter began, "Dear Aarav, if you are reading this, it means I couldn't wait long enough to hear your voice again." My throat tightened so much I could barely breathe. He continued, "I know I wasn't the best father. I made many mistakes. But every mistake I made was because I didn't know any better. I grew up with nothing, so I thought giving you everything would make you happy." I could see his entire life unfolding in those words, his struggle, his sacrifices, everything he had hidden behind his stern exterior. Then came the part that changed everything. The letter said, "The truth is, I was never proud of your success. I was proud of your heart." I froze. "You always wanted to do things your way," he wrote, "and I stopped you because I was scared. Scared you'd fail. Scared you'd suffer like I did. I didn't trust your strength, but you proved me wrong." A tear I didn't know I was holding slipped down my cheek. He went on, "Aarav, if I could ask you one thing, it would be this." I closed my eyes, bracing myself before I read the next line. "Live your life, not the life others expect from you. Call your mother. Take care of her. And don't waste time, like I did, thinking I had more." My hands were shaking uncontrollably by now, but it was the very last line that completely broke me. "And remember, I have always loved you, more than I ever told you." I pressed the letter to my chest and I cried. I cried like a child, not for the man I had lost, but for the father I had never truly known. Because sometimes, we only realize the true value of someone when they stop calling our name. It's been a month since that day. I quit my high-stress job in New York. I moved back to India. I started working remotely, which gives me more time to spend with my mother. And every morning, I sit on the same chair where my father used to sit. I read his letter again and again, to remind myself that the people who love us don't stay forever, but their words do. This was my story, a story of ego, distance, and late realizations. If your parents are still with you, please call them today, not tomorrow, not later. Call them. Call them right now, because later is never guaranteed. Thanks for listening.